Imagine a small, independent nation standing up to a powerful European empire. What if I told you that in 1896, Ethiopia defied the odds and defeated Italy in one of the most dramatic battles in African history? This is the story of the Battle of Adwa, where Ethiopia shook the world and proved that an African nation could resist colonization. Let's dive into how this historic victory unfolded. By the late 1800s, European powers were carving up Africa at the Berlin Conference. They were determined to dominate the continent, and Italy, a rising European power, set its sights on Ethiopia, one of the last independent African nations. They thought it would be easy, but they were wrong. Meet Emperor Menelik II, a shrewd and determined leader. Menelik wasn't just sitting back as Italy made its move. He had been modernizing Ethiopia's military, building alliances with other European powers, and preparing for the day Italy would try to invade. And when that day came, Menelik was ready. He wasn't about to let his country fall. On one side, you had Italy's modern army, equipped with rifles, artillery, and thousands of soldiers. On the other side, Menelik's army, over 100,000 strong, was made up of warriors from Ethiopia's various regions, some armed with older rifles, others with swords and spears. They may not have had the most advanced technology, but what they had was unity, strength, and the will to protect their land. Do you think a smaller, less equipped army could defeat one with modern weapons and greater numbers? What made Menelik and his army so powerful? On March 1, 1896, the Battle of Adwa began in the highlands of northern Ethiopia. Menelik's forces, determined to defend their land, fought fiercely against Italy's invaders. The battle was intense, but Ethiopia's warriors knew the terrain, and they used it to their advantage. The Italian army was not prepared for the rugged landscape, and the Ethiopians had the element of surprise. The Ethiopians routed the Italian army. The Italians, who thought they could easily conquer Ethiopia, were decisively defeated. Their soldiers were either captured, killed, or forced to flee in chaos. The victory was not just military, it was a stunning blow to Italy's imperial ambitions in Africa. Can you imagine the shock in Europe when news spread that an African nation had defeated a European army? How do you think the world's perception of Africa changed after this battle? The Battle of Adwa wasn't just a victory for Ethiopia, it was a victory for Africa. It showed the world that an African nation could resist colonization. Ethiopia's victory inspired Africans everywhere and sent a powerful message: colonialism was not invincible. Menelik's leadership, combined with the bravery and unity of the Ethiopian people, ensured that Ethiopia remained free. The victory at Adwa made Ethiopia one of the only African countries never to be colonized. Menelik became a symbol of African strength, resilience, and resistance. The Battle of Adwa was more than just a military victory, it was a statement. It proved that Africa was not to be easily conquered, and it paved the way for the anti-colonial movements that would rise across the continent. Ethiopia's triumph at Adwa will always be remembered as a symbol of resistance and freedom. So, what does the Battle of Adwa teach us today? It shows that with determination, unity, and strong leadership, the impossible can be achieved. Ethiopia's victory still inspires the fight for justice and freedom across the world. What do you think? How can we apply the lessons of Adwa in today's world? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to discover more amazing moments in African history, be sure to subscribe to African History Made Easy for more. Let's keep exploring the rich and powerful history of Africa, one story at a time. Check out our next video on the left-hand side.